With so many places to stay when you travel to Hawaii, it can be hard to decide where to stay. But when visiting Kauai, there's one very easy choice. Located in Poipu, Kauai's drier region, you will find the perfect family-friendly resort with its iconic green roof, the Grand Hyatt Kauai. Stick around to see why this makes this resort the best on the island. Welcome to the Savvy Sightseer, the channel that helps you travel savvy. The Grand Hyatt Kauai displays stunning beauty from the moment you drive in. As you pull up the palm tree lined drive to the valet, you know this will not be like any other resort. Stepping out of your car, you are greeted with a lei greeting, something not as common at other Hawaii hotels as you would imagine. I remember being a little girl and seeing that on TV shows and movies, and then going to Hawaii for the first time, and many times after, and being disappointed, realizing that's not really a thing. But it is here. The Grand Hyatt made my childhood Hawaiian dreams come true, finally. On a side note, you can either pay for valet parking, which is $35 a night, or there is complimentary parking in their parking lot, which is easily accessible. I highly suggest the free route. As you enter the lobby, the first thing you see is the ocean in front of you. Whoever designed this hotel knew what they were doing because the perfectly framed ocean and tropical atrium is breathtaking. One of the coolest things about this lobby are the birds. My kids loved these birds. Located in the Stevenson's Atrium area are 4 different birds. They are put out each morning as long as it's not raining. On Mondays through Fridays, they offer something called Parrot Time where you can learn more about these birds and even hear them talk. When you exit the lobby to head to your room, the first thing you see is the pool area. This might be the crowning jewel of this hotel and what makes this hotel so family friendly. Many will say, and I totally agree, that this is the best pool on the island of Kauai. And when I say pool, it's actually more than just one pool. It features hot tubs, a lazy river, water slide, and a separate 1.5-acre saltwater lagoon. And if you aren't here with kids, there's even an adults only pool if you're looking for something more quiet and not so busy. The saltwater lagoon was my kids' favorite. Its sandy bottom and shallow waters provided the perfect place to play for hours. It's so large that it never felt super busy like other parts of the pool. And a large portion of it was actually very shallow, allowing both my 13-year-old and 9-year-old the ability to walk out far distances, giving them this sense of freedom that they really haven't had other places. It does get a little deeper beyond the island in the middle, but the shallow part is what appealed to most people there. My kids' other favorite part of the pool was the water slide. It was also everyone else's favorite part of the pool. This 150-foot water slide sends you flying into the water below. The smaller part of the pool was often busy during the day. We knew that this would be a really popular area due to the water slide, and we also knew that our kids would want to go down that slide a lot. So we actually rented a cabana a little over a month before we came and chose the one right in front of where the slide drops out. This was the perfect choice because it also backed up to the lagoon. So our kids were able to go from the slide to the lagoon and back again while we relaxed under the shade all day long. They've recently upped their prices, but for us, it was worth the $300. That $300 included some bottled water and a few juices in a Yeti cooler that they have out for you as soon as you arrive, along with towels already there, and then they also give you 2 inner tube floats. Now, it might not seem like a lot, but it was worth it to have that designated space to be able to watch our children all day long and not have to run back and forth all over. You can also order food and drinks from Halinalu, which is the poolside restaurant, with staff that come by regularly to get your order. And you can do this actually anywhere you're seated at the pool or even the lagoon, not just in the cabanas. They make a great Mai Tai and a lava flow. Now, the prices are not cheap for these drinks, and the food's a little bit higher than you'd find other places. But for us, it was so worth it to be able to just sit back, order our drinks, and have someone bring it to you, all the while not leaving the sunshine. The pool itself offers a variety of activities, and it's so large that the pool never felt super busy. We were always able to find chairs no matter which time of day we came. But the more sought-out chairs under the umbrellas, for instance, were always taken from early morning to evening. So if you're looking for one of those prized locations, I highly suggest you head down early and plan for staying at the pool for a long period. The pool area itself is gorgeous, but so are all the grounds of this hotel. We have stayed at some of the nicest resorts in Hawaii, but these grounds were my favorite. The attention to detail and tropical landscaping was perfection for a plant lover like me. There are koi ponds located throughout the property, plumeria trees that drop their perfectly scented flowers, and banana trees with bunches of bananas hanging from them all around the resort. And then my absolute favorite, there were hibiscus everywhere. Located just beyond the lagoon is Shipwreck Beach. This beach is not one that I would suggest for the casual swimmer or person looking to go out and snorkel, but it was fun to see the surfers, cliff divers, and sunsets from this beautiful beach. In Kauai, there actually aren't many hotels that have a beach in front of them, so this is truly an extra bonus at this resort. Also, just off property and right behind Shipwreck Beach is a hike that you can take called the Heritage Trail. It's supposed to be a wonderful hike with spectacular views, and it winds through the golf course. But I will say, I really wasn't a fan. It started out fine, and we did get some great views and even saw a turtle down below and whales out further in the ocean. But as we continued, the path wasn't easily marked, so we weren't sure which way to go, often taking detours that we had to backtrack on. Neither was anyone else around us sure where they were going either. There is some shade on the hike, but for the most part it's in the sun, so it can get pretty warm. So you're going to want to bring lots of water and definitely lather on the sunscreen. Also, it had rained a lot recently there on Kauai when we were there, so when I went through that hike and came back, I came back with my legs covered in mosquito bites. I literally have never had so many in my life. So if you do this hike, bug spray is a must. Please do it. Do not end up like I did. Now, we ended up turning around, and so did most people we were around. It just wasn't a hike that we could find easily and maneuver, and it ended up along some rugged hillsides, and it also started to rain. So it really wasn't something that turned out to be great for us, but many people say it's great. So give it a try if you're feeling adventurous. Located on property are many restaurants. There's Hale Nalu, the poolside restaurant that I mentioned earlier, with basics such as burgers, nachos, and poolside drinks. And it's a great spot to grab food when you're lounging by the pool. Inside the resort, there is also Stevenson's Library featuring sushi, and it's a little bit more upscale if you're looking for kind of a nicer restaurant to go to. Now, located past the Stevenson's atrium is the Seaview Terrace. This is only open in the evening. They used to serve coffee and breakfast items here, but right now they are doing that downstairs in a makeshift area. So my suggestion is to grab your coffee and pastries and come sit back up here in the morning to take in these views. We saw many people up there with their laptops working and enjoying their morning coffee. In the evenings, you can actually grab dinner there and take in this live music. The Alima Terrace is another great spot to eat. They have a breakfast buffet in the morning, and if you're a Hyatt Globalist, you get 20% off your meals. We enjoyed a nice lunch here when it was pouring down rain. It provided the perfect respite. Lastly, the most popular restaurant in the resort, and one of the most popular on the whole island of Kauai, is Tide Pools. This restaurant sits surrounded by koi ponds and features fresh seafood. The resort offers many complimentary activities throughout the week, from garden walks, crafts, and koi feeding. They also have the Inara Spa if you're looking for something a bit more of a splurge and relaxing. They do offer a luau on property, but a word of warning. If it's raining or they are hosting another event in the area, you will be moved indoors to their ballroom. To me, luaus must be outdoors, so not a risk I would want to take. The rooms here are nicely appointed and very spacious. Check back on my channel for my room tour that I will be posting shortly to learn more about the rooms here at the Grand Hyatt. So subscribe and hit the notification symbol to make sure you're notified when that is up. One last thing that I cannot emphasize enough, their staff is amazing. From housekeeping to the valets to restaurant staff, we have never encountered such kind and welcoming hotel staff. It's these little things that make you want to share these resorts with others and come back time and again. The resort is now my favorite in Hawaii. It will be hard to beat these luscious grounds, amazing pool, and the friendly staff that make you feel like Ohana. The Grand Hyatt Kauai is truly the best family resort on Kauai. Thank you for joining me and letting me show you what makes the Grand Hyatt Kauai the best on the island. Make sure to hit subscribe so you can see more of my videos to help inspire your next travel destination and to help you travel savvy.